Sometimes the most innovative ideas occur when the past is recreated using the technology of today. That has been the philosophy at Škoda's new digital study, an electrified reinterpretation of its first 110R coupe. While the new study catches up on electrification, it remains faithful to the spirit of the model that originally captured hearts over a half-century earlier. The original Škoda 110R, which was released in 1970, was designed as a sporting variant of the utilitarian 100 saloon. The rear-mounted 61-horsepower 1.1-liter engine came with a 4-speed manual transmission driving the rear axle. While sluggish, the lightweight coupe quickly became popular as a spirited but innocent car, particularly in Eastern Europe. Its small size, spirited dynamics, and thriftiness won a following, and before long it made its way to become the basis for successful rally and racing variants. Forward to modern times ahead, the 110R logo reappears again in electronic form under designer Richard Švek's guidance. Having learned in Bratislava and having experience with a spell working at Ital Design in Turin in 2023 before coming to work for Škoda, Švek brings youthful flair together with technical experience. Rather than yielding to the temptation of sheer retro looks, his aim was to capture the personality of the 110R through volumes that are hand-balanced and subtle restraint. The reward is a coupe that's unashamedly new but instantly familiar. Exterior dynamism is created at first glance. A two-seat, two-door layout with low roofline and fastback-inspired rear establishes the sporting tone. Although it tips its hat to its predecessor, the styling is unmistakably futuristic. Rectangular nose headlights take some cues from the face of the past car, but are more angular along their profile, hidden behind retractable body-colored shutters. This is complemented by a scoop fascia with the tech loop design element, first introduced on the Vision O concept, to provide the coupe with its high-tech advanced appearance. Every line and surface has been tailored to promote athleticism. Visual potency is in the shape of flared fenders, and large center-lock wheels get aerodynamic covers for efficiency as well as motorsport-style looks. Hood retribing and visible roll cage keep the racing culture reference intact. Functional side intakes are a reference to the original rear-mounted layout, but instead of bringing air into a combustion engine, they now bring cooling to the battery system. At the back, a knife-edged black ribbon hides thin LED taillights that use the same clean graphic language used on the front fascia. Though Škoda has not released precise technical details of the electric powertrain, rational inference can be made from the company's current EV lineup. A rear-mounted motor would be a nod to the 1970s coupe's mechanical roots, as well as provide further weight distribution and driving purity. With the help of the Enyaq and also the upcoming Elrock, output levels could quite plausibly be up to 282 horsepower, 210 kilowatts, more than adequate performance for a car as light and compact. This would provide not only linear acceleration, but also turning capability, maintaining the driver excitement without loss of the uniqueness that the original 110R used to have. Besides the performance, the design study also works as a primer of the way that Škoda might develop its electric lineup in the future. The firm already committed mainstream EVs that will appeal to commuter and family requirements. However, niche projects like the 110R coupe demonstrate the manner in which electrification could be married up with emotional content and heritage narrative. These projects may never come to production, but they enrich the brand identity and show the strength of its design language. The historical context also invests such reinterpretation with further significance. The 110R was a fantasy of hope during a time when the mobility of individuals was limited by political and economic status. Its bold, sporting character was a vision of freedom and independence, a best-selling model distant from mechanical ability. To translate that into an age of electronics, the digital coupe understands that cultural significance must be allied with mechanical ingenuity. In addition, the 110R in its Reborn guise demonstrates the power of digital-only design as an experimentation workshop. Unencumbered by regulation, cost, or mass-market usability, the designer can experiment with proportions, surface, and detail that discreetly influence production cars. Even if this coupe never appears as a factory car, its themes can be transferred onto subsequent Skodas, particularly in such areas as lighting, aerodynamics, or the subtlety between minimalism and expression. In a way, the project is representative of the double nature of new-era auto design. On the one hand is the need to produce successful, profitable EVs that are mass-market desirable. On the other is the desire to build feelings-based automobiles that connect with enthusiasts on an emotional level and add to brand personality. The 110R digital design is not necessarily destined for the showroom floor, but it does bridge these two universes nicely and demonstrates that design and functionality can exist side by side in the same portfolio. The reinterpretation also states the broader pattern for automakers reaching back over previous designs with EVs. From city hatches to luxury coupes, the market is increasingly borrowing from heritage as a means to introduce familiarity into a changing world. Škoda's strategy is notable for its restraint. Instead of copying the past, it takes the clarity of the original coupe and reimagines it as a design language that is honest, not retro. Lastly, the Škoda 110R coupe concept is a conversation of generations. The 1970s vehicle was freedom and rebellion back then. And the digital exercise recasts those same ideals in the age of electrification and forward-thinking design. Although the car is constructed only of pixels, it continues with the theme of what the electric Škoda future can look like. One where heritage is not something to be held onto, but rather something that drives us forward.